Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So in this video, I want to give you a quick update on Cardano ADA, and this is the pair ADA versus BTC. All right. So Cardano was sitting at this really good support right around 3046. Which was holding up really quite well. It created this lower base. It tried to break out, went to the target 1 that we had, and since then it's selling off in a very drastic manner. So in one of the videos that I created last night, I talked about a scenarios where I said that a lot of this pump and dump groups, they look at this technical pictures and they might be doing in the scenario is they're like looking at the picture, they're calling out, hey, this coin is looking to break out, so let's create the artificial breakout, and once it breaks out, we will go ahead and dump it. So what that creates is an artificial breakouts. What I mean by artificial breakout is like it breaks that resistance trend line, but there is no follow through on those. And I have been seeing that pattern more and more in last week or so, where I see the coins are coming at very nice strong resistant trend line that's coming from a couple of months, and we're breaking out with some volume, but there is no follow through. And that really kind of tells me that there are two scenarios on that. Either people are not, they just want to take the profits and just run with it and cut their losses, or scenario number 2 where you have this pump and dump groups who are coming in, looking at this technicals, they're looking at it on the breakout and they're pushing it up to the breakout, and it creates that artificial breakout. And then you have other investors who kind of come in at that breakout and they're like, okay, all right, Cardano is ready to move now, let's get into it. And then they realize that, hey, it's selling off right back again. So there is an artificial breakout, which is that really, I'm seeing that a lot in a lot of the altcoins, especially in last week or so. I have been seeing that a lot, that artificial breakouts, and that's not very typical, because when the breakout happens, it usually goes with the follow through, because it tells you there is a new money that is coming into that coin. It's not that money that is already sitting on it. So that really kind of leaning me toward the scenario number 2, where I see that there's a artificial breakouts that happening due to pump and dump groups who are pumping the coin at that breakout levels or at that resistance zone. They're pumping it up. Some more investors are getting into the action, and then they are dumping it at the target of one target, or even before that. So be very mindful of those things. Now, do I think the fundamentals of Cardano has changed in last week or 2 weeks? No, there is no sign, there is nothing that tells me that Cardano fundamentals have changed in last couple of weeks. Cardano, as I have said it previously, is a very strong team of individuals. They are very driven individuals as well, and they're very passionate about their project. So they definitely have a very good team behind the project. Now, the key is where you get in and where you get out. So if you got in at earlier here, obviously that was way too high, and you paid the premium on the coin, right? If you got in at 90 cents, if you got in at a $1 mark, you're paying a premium price for the coin. It's just like, let's say if you are shopping for a car. Let's say if you're shopping for a BMW, right? Average price for BMW is around $40,000, but let's say if you go ahead and pay $80,000 for BMW, then you're paying a premium price for that BMW. BMW is still BMW. It doesn't change the concept of the car. It doesn't change the mechanics of the car. It's still a BMW, right? But you are paying premium on BMW, maybe because you read it in the news that BMW gonna be, will start going, it is gonna fly or something, or something, whatever it is. You might read some news, or you might heard something from your friend that BMW this car is gonna be like, it can fly now, or whatever it might be, and you are okay paying that $80,000 premium on that car. But the fact of the matter is, the car value is still the $40,000. You paid premium. Just same here. The coin value is still, it's hard to figure out the coin value. That's the biggest problem here. The true value of the coin, it's not like a stock market where you can see the price to earning ratios, you can see the quarterly report, you can see the balance sheet, and you can figure out the fundamentals of it, and you can see what is the fair value of the, like, a stock. So there's no such thing. So you really have to depend very heavily on technicals. And also, like, when someone is not buying, when someone is not touching, when someone is not talking about it, usually that creates a good buying opportunities. When everyone is talking about it, when everyone is buying it, when everyone is like in their la la land, that's usually a selling opportunity. Simple, like, strategy, when others are, like, being greedy, be very fearful. When others are very fearful, be greedy. All right, simple as that. If you keep those things simple, like, you will, your trade will start to look much better. Okay. Now, that being said, we always want to make sure that when we are buying into these things, like right now, is coming at very good support levels. This is the support zone, just like, in BTC, how we created that resistance zone. Now, this is the support zone that we are coming in the Cardano. Now, the question is, can it hold through this support zone? It seems pretty oversold at this point. It was oversold earlier, then it had this little bounce, and now it's again, there's a huge wave of sell-off. Now, that is coming at that point. A lot of amateur traders that I have come across, what they have done is, like, they buy into the news, they buy into, like, oh my god, it's moving up, let's buy. And then when this selling is, like, when they start selling, they're like, oh my god, it's selling, let me sell. That's a very bad strategy. You want to make sure that trades are coming to you rather than other way around. I'm gonna keep on saying this thing, but, like, you want to make sure that the odds are in your favor when you're making the trade. Not like, it might be the best coin that you can ever come across, but if there is no trade there, then you shouldn't, you should wait for it to come in your favor. Wait for it. I have said this plenty of time, that market will give you plenty of opportunities to make money. The question is, are you going to have funds? Are you going to have decent account in order to make those money when the opportunity comes, or are you going to run out of all your bullets before that opportunity comes? So that's the biggest question. So you want to make sure you're doing your risk management properly. You want to make sure you're coming at, like, this trade. You want to maybe add smaller position, because this trade will turn around. This is like a good support level, but again, that's a smaller position would have been. It's not going with the full-blown position. This is still in a downtrend. It hasn't broken out, but do you not buy when it's in downtrend? No, I mean, a lot of the biggest trades that you come across, like BTC, right? When people were selling BTC at around 6,000, everyone was freaking out, right? Everyone was freaking out, and, like, not too many people, like, they got into that fear zone, right? They don't want to touch it. Same thing, if you want to make sure, like, if you're building a position in something, that you can have a couple of different strategies. Either you can go with the rigorous stop losses, or you can go with the second strategy where you like start buying into the phase approach, where especially when the coin is good, fundamentals are good, there are no negative news in the media. So I see, like, I was going through like Cardano, and I wasn't seeing anything in the news that really struck me as a red flag. So I mean, there is nothing that in fact, like, is a lot of good things about Cardano. So that is like, it's just like, people are not paying attention to Cardano. That doesn't mean that it's a dead coin. No, I mean, it's a solid team behind it, a lot of good project coming up. So Cardano still got, have the place in the market. The question is, where are you going to buy it? Are you buying it here, or are you buying it up here? So the fundamental of the coin hasn't changed in the last couple of months. What has changed obviously is the pricing, right? So you want to buy it at the discount price, or you want to buy it at the premium price? That's the question, and that you need to figure out, because I think here there is a lot of discount in the price, and it's definitely something that I would look into it, adding a position for longer term, because it's coming to the support zone right now. It has been in this strong downtrend. Can it go all the way back to that 5 cents level? Yeah, absolutely, it can go. That is a possibility. Now, how high is that possibility? I don't think it's that high, because like, it already proven projects, right? So that's a possibility. Yes, can it break out of this trend and go toward 60 cents mark? Yeah, it can. So I mean, but it will take some time. It will need to make that U-turn. It need to make that lower base. It needs to shake out all the short-term investors. So, and it needs to have the newer investor who are coming into Cardano. So there are a lot of things that needs to happen, but that does give you an opportunity to build a longer term position. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's my analysis on Cardano, ADA to BTC. It's coming, just to recap, it's coming to this resist support zone. Yeah, there could be a bounce coming up soon, because we have been in very steady downtrend. And if you see it, like right now, where it's trading from there to the 50-day moving average. Let's say if it comes to the 50-day moving average, that's almost 70% from current price to the 50-day moving average on daily. That's a pretty big swing. So is it going to happen in a short time? I don't know. Probably not in short time, but it will take some time to happen. It might take month of March. It might take month of April, but who knows? Can we go further a little bit low? It can, yeah. So you want to buy in the phase. You don't want to buy all out. You don't want to get in the situation where you are out of all your bullets, right? So you wanna save some firepower when the things get even worse. The first thing I always have mentioned to in my lot of videos, you always want to keep some some position, like maybe like 15-20% of your portfolio position in cash. That is one of the things that you really have to get into a habit. People bring in more cash into the account and they plug it in, but if you can keep that constant 15-20% into your account, that is always a good habit, because you don't want to tap out all the time. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions about Cardano, let me know what you heard about Cardano. A lot of time I hear a lot of new things from the viewers like you who post a comment. So if you know anything about Cardano that I already don't know, if you have something that you want to share with the community, please post a comment. I'm really good about replying to those comments, at least the good one. I don't have the time to reply to to stupid questions, because I rather concentrate on people who really genuinely are learning something and are willing to learn. I don't want to waste my time and energy for people who are just making stupid comments and just want to and I can't help. I can't help you on that regard. So it is what it is. I'm going to make sure that I will divert my energy to people who really want to learn, who are willing to learn, who are willing to adapt, who really want to make a longer term investments into this market. So Alright, so that being said, if you think this video is helpful, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit those notification icons. I post this content every day, and if you think this is helpful, if you think this is helping you with your investment, then please give me a thumbs up, and I will have more conversation with you on the comment page, on the page. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.